The dream concert is basically when people can sweat on top of each other. My name is Max Kerman. I'm 34, currently in Toronto, and I'm in the band Arkells. I grew up in Toronto. I wanted to meet new people, and I wanted to go away for school. So I chose McMaster University in Hamilton. On the first day of school, I met Mike DeAngelis, who was wearing a Weaker Thans t-shirt and who were my favorite band at the time. Turned out he played guitar, so I told him he's in the band. And the second day, I met Nick Dykett, who's our bass player. He complimented my Sam Roberts Band t-shirt, and I asked him if he played an instrument, and he said, I play bass, kind of. I'm like, you're in the band. Being in the middle of the pandemic, I think everybody's thinking about like, what are things that we want to do when we are let out of the house, and how can we make the most of every day? The song was actually recorded before the pandemic. Originally, it was about sort of being weighed down by like the news cycle, and this idea of like, don't let that weigh you down. Just like whatever you want, it can be yours to have. With, one of the artists in the song being in a different country, it was like, how are we gonna pull this thing off? If we can do something that's like sort of green screen, we can kind of fake some things. The Arkells filmed our parts in Toronto, and Christine filmed her green screen stuff in LA. And then the director, Mark Myers, he put it all together and made it seem like it was like one cohesive thing.
Hold up, coming out of me lightning bolt electricity.
This is the box we're in. What can we do in this box? We have been recording a lot of music. The record we put out last summer, Campfire Chords, which is our acoustic record. That was all done at home individually. Tony would start a song and lay down a kind of a piano track for me to sing to, and then Mike would add guitar, and Nick would add bass, and Tim would add drums, and it was all done remotely. I think we learned a lot about what we can do individually, being able to record and not have like 4 band members hovering over your shoulder. Like, I think that's kind of liberating. We're all learning new skills that will be taken into the next life. Well, not the next life, but taken into life outside of the pandemic. I mean, we're a rock and roll band at our core, right? We're brought up on our parents' music. So like, I love the Beatles and Motown and the Rolling Stones. Like, they're great music from the 60s and 70s. But I think we're pretty curious musicians. The idea of just being a traditional rock band is kind of boring to us. So we'd like to really go whatever direction is exciting to us musically in the moment. Ultimately, we just want to write about things that are interesting to us. A lot of those conversations are just about things that are happening in our community around us, and things that are in the news, and things that kind of get us fired up. We'll take anything at this point. If it's a big venue, if it's like, Budweiser stage, great. If it's like the Horseshoe Tavern, great. We'll take what we can get. So when that happens, I'll be very happy.